City Bylaws. Know your bylaws. Bylaw number 1. General nuisance. Offenses. 1. Making any kind of noise on the streets. 2. Causing any risk to users through destruction of a building or road. 3. Causing risk of users through inadequate fenced or unfenced land, lack of repair, protection, removal or enclosure, leaving things around that may make one to fall or and discharge a missile in or near a street. 4. Destroy the surface of a public street. 5. Willfully blocking a free passage or removal or displacement of any council property. 6. Cutting down a tree without a permit from the council. 7. Playing any game, riding or driving or propelling on a footpath. 8. Defacing any building by writing signs or grafting. 9. Depositing any type of material or waste on the streets. 10. Spitting on any footpath or blowing the nose aimlessly other than into any suitable cloth or tissue. 11. Committing any act contrary to public decency. 12. Loitering, importuning or attempting to procure a female or male for prostitution purpose. 13. Defecating or urinating on a street or any other space. 14. Conveyance of open food in a manner likely to cause contamination. 15. Keeping any animal or poultry which cause a nuisance to any resident in the neighborhood. 16. Washing, repairing or dismantling any vehicle in a prohibited area except in the case of emergency. 17. Touting for passengers. 18. Failure to observe traffic lights or zebra crossing. 19. Driving or permitting to be driven in any overloaded vehicle such that its contacts are spilling. 20. Allowing hedges and tree to encroach and pose a danger to traffic movement. Rules and regulations. 1. All tree hedges or other growth should be chopped, trimmed or removed. 2. All meat poultry for sale should be inspected. 3. Every building should be painted at least once every year. 4. A landlord should ensure that the frontage of a building is kept clean, in a good condition and well repairs. 5. A building owner should ensure installation of security lights in the front of the building. Bylaw number 2. Parking. Offenses. 1. Placing a signpost or reserving a parking space without authority in the council. 2. Parking in a designated parking space without payment of fees. 3. Parking on a pavement or on council gardens. 4. Signaling, guiding or directing a driver of a vehicle into or out of a parking place. 5. Using a parking space for advertising or business. 6. Interfering with writing or marking on a parking ticket. 7. Using parking space for advertisement or business. 8. Damaging a vehicle clamp, removing or attempting to remove the same. 9. Obstructing an officer in enforcing these bylaws. 10. Knocking down an electricity pole will lead to the owner paying for the restoration of the pole. Rules and regulations. 1. Non-payment parking fee will lead to clamping and towing of the vehicle. Any vehicle clamped must pay clamping fees to the council. 2. Failure to pay towing fees and other expenses incurred by the council within 60 days may lead to disposal of the vehicle through the public notice auction. 3. The parking ticket must be displayed on the front windscreen. Non-displays will mean non-payment of the same. 4. Parking attendants shall at all times put on a uniform, carry and have with them a proper identification badge issued by the council. 5. You need a council permit to run a commercial private parking place. 6. Vehicles must be parked within a space indicated by lines or any other mark provided by the Council. 7. The Council will not be responsible for damage or loss incurred during clamping or removal of the offending vehicle. 8. Parking is free from 2 p.m. on Saturdays, holiday Sundays and public holiday. Bylaw number 3. Solid waste management. 1. It is the City Council's duty to regulate waste and its management within the city. 2. The Council may revoke or cancel a waste operator's permit in the breach of given conditions. 3. Waste operator's permit is not transferable without the consent of the Council. 4. The Council must provide a place to dispose waste before it is transferable to a final disposal. 5. The Council should issue directions for different collections charges at different places. 6. Any duly authorized officer may inspect a residential dwelling or trade premises at any time. 7. Disturbing a waste disposal site or container approved by the Council is wrong. 8. Organized groups will be given designed for small-scale resource recovery. 9. Any person who produces, carries, keeps, treat, disposes of waste e.t. C with an exception to domestic household waste is made to authorized persons. 10. Occupiers or tenants of any building or trade premises must have a sizable container with a good lid in which the daily domestic waste should be kept. 11. Domestic and trade premises occupiers and owners shall separate recyclable waste and place in a different container provided or approved by the Council. 12. Premises owners or occupiers of the premises should ensure hazardous or clinical waste and manage to the satisfaction of the Council. 13. Burning, throwing away e.t. C of a waste in an appropriate place is an offense. Bylaw number 4. Fire Brigade. Offenses. 1. Entering any premises which are on fire without authorization from the senior officer. 2. Obscuring, molesting, or interfering with any member of the fire brigade when on duty. 3. Giving false fire alarm to the bridge. 4. Making or causing fire. 5. Denying entry to obstructing an officer from inspecting or getting any information from any premise. 6. Using premises without obtaining a fire prevention clearance certificate from the chief fire officer. 7. It is the duty of the senior fire officer present at the scene of any fire to control all the operations. 8. The chief fire officer may permit the owner or occupier of any building to contact an automatic fire system to the brigade premises. 9. The senior fire officer may enter or break into any premises within the city which appears to be on fire without consent from any person. 10. A senior officer may temporarily close any street, passage or thoroughfare in or near which a fire exists. 11. During the flight, a senior fire officer has the power to use any supply of water whether on public or private property. 12. The Council may at any time instruct a person to remove any material that is most likely to cause fire. 13. Owner should pay for firefighting services whether the owner requested for the attendance or not. 14. The chief fire officer will inspect premises to ensure they comply with fire safety. What to do in case of fire. 1. Do not panic. 2. Sound the alarm, electronic alarm, or shout fire. 3. Fight the fire if safe to do so. 4. Call the fire brigade on phone number 22221 or 2222182, giving the fire correct physical address, road or building name, telephone numbers, and contacts. 5. Evacuate using acceptable route. 6. Close windows and doors behind you. Do not lock doors. 7. Do not use lifts. 8. Proceeds to the assembly for head count. 9. Do not re-enter until told to do so. Bylaw number 5. Hawking. 1. One can apply for a permit to the town clerk for authority to conduct hawking, giving particulars of goods and place of hawking. 2. A hawker's assistant permit may be issued to a person employed to assist the permit holder who hawks refreshments and is physically disabled or has loss of limbs. 3. The permit is not transferable to another person. 4. Any person without a valid permit or hawks in an undesignated area risks having their goods impounded. 5. Each person engaging in hawking must have a badge and wears it at conspicuous place. 6. Council officers have a right to inspect any goods or articles being hawked. Blocking an officer from performing that duty is an offense. Bylaw number 6. Matatus terminus. 1. Application of parking permit should be made town clerk. The permit expires on 31st of December of the year it is issued. 2. Parking permit must be displayed conspicuously on the Matatus on which it is issued. 3. Parking of any vehicle other than a Matatus at a Matatus terminus is an offense. 4. The permit is not transferable to another vehicle. 5. One needs a written authority of the town clerk to establish a private Matatus terminus. 6. Matatus should only be parked at a Matatus terminus and will only stop to pick or drop passengers at a designated bus stop. 7. All Matatus at terminus should be under direction of an enforcement official. 8. One should not drive more than 10 km per hour into the terminus. 9. Impersonating for passengers on the streets or terminus is an offense. 10. A Matatus abandoned at the terminus without adhering to the bylaws may be removed by an enforcement officer. 11. If fees and expenses incurred in the removal of the Matatus are not paid within 60 days from day of removal, the council may dispose it to cover outstanding fees and expenses. 12. 6 or more persons waiting to enter a Matatus at a terminus or designated stopping place must form a queue. Hawking of goods at a Matatus terminus without a permit of the council is illegal. 13. All persons in a Matatus terminus must follow directions and instructions of enforcement or police officers. No person in a Matatus terminus should do the following. 1. Obstruct a person from entering and alighting from a Matatus. 2. Enter the Matatus through elsewhere apart from the door. 3. Obstruct a conductor or a driver from performing their duties. 4. Behave in a disorderly manner. 5. Urinate in a public place. 6. Interfere or molest anyone. 7. Cause any verbal disturbance or any abuse of language. 8. Litter or spit. 9. Damage council equipment. Bylaw number 7. Food shops and stores. 1. One can apply for a permit to the town clerk giving sufficient particulars of the shop. 2. The permit expires on 31st December of the year it is issued. 3. The town clerk shall not issue a new permit if a. The applicant is not a city resident. b. The shop or store does not comply with the council bylaws. 4. A person working in a food shop or store must have a valid medical certificate. 5. Any person in the city should not trade in food unless he is in possession of appropriate license or permit. 6. Any health inspector has a right to inspect a registered food shop or store at any time. 7. blocking an office from doing that duty is an offense.